Hello implementers, this is podcast number 14 of the Learn to Implement podcast, where you learn how to fight procrastination, overcome perfectionism, and execute on those plans, those ideas that you have been thinking of. My name is Anthony English, and today I want to revisit a topic around building habits, specifically the idea that doing something twice a day is actually easier than doing it just once. Now let me give you a couple of examples to put you into context. Somebody that I know has, for the first time in a long time, has had to start taking some pills. Now, one of the medicines that she had to start was in the evening. Just one pill a day. But unfortunately, because she was not in the habit of taking the pills for her health, she kind of missed a few days. She missed them here and there. Sometimes would just forget to take them. As it turned out, sometime later, she then had to start taking a pill in the morning as well, a different pill. And so she actually commented to me, this is easier because now I've got a regular routine. I do it in the morning, I do the one pill, and then in the evening, one pill. Somehow, just that twice a day reminder becomes something a little bit more focused, a little bit easier to remember than just once a day. You would think the opposite, wouldn't you? Jerry Seinfeld famously gave this piece of advice to a junior comedian. So the comedian had met him just quite by chance and just took the opportunity. Jerry Seinfeld was way up on his way up to creating a very big comedy career. And so this junior comedian asked him, look, what can I do? What's one tip that you would give me? And Jerry Seinfeld said, look, write every day. Write jokes every day. Don't worry if they're good or they're not good, but write every day, and then on your calendar, just put an X each day that you do it. And the important thing is, don't break the chain. Now, that piece of advice is very good if you can do it, if you can keep up that discipline. Another piece of advice kind of related to this is from James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, who says, don't break the chain 2 days in a row. So if you are starting some exercise, some physical exercise that you are doing, or taking medicine, whatever, you are doing it every day. If you miss a day, just make sure you never miss 2 days in a row, and then that will start to get the discipline going. But what I'm suggesting is actually do it twice a day. Now, twice a day doesn't mean that you've got to spend, let's say that you're going to be doing some writing, you've got to do it 20 minutes in the morning and 20 minutes in the afternoon or in the evening. But at least doing it 2 times, even if the second time is only a small one, it just puts it in your consciousness much more readily and makes you less likely to forget it, to procrastinate, to think I'll get to it later. Because you know, if you are missing the morning one, you know that you won't really have time to catch up and do it twice in the evening. And so that's why the twice a day thing works very well, I think. Now here is another example from my own life. Just recently I signed up to provide some response for a company who wanted to test some particular software. And what the exercise is, they've asked me to and asked others who are members of this survey, they've asked us to create a 1-minute video twice a day. Once in the morning, which is gratitude, and then once in the evening, which is kind of a diary of what happened in the day. Now, we only have to do it for two or 3 weeks, but knowing that every morning I have got to record a video, and that's easy for me to do. It's just with the phone, and it doesn't have to require any editing. It only goes for 1 minute. So knowing that I have to record a video in the morning and I have one in the evening, having it twice a day gives me a huge focus, gives me more of an advantage, and it just makes it much less likely that I'm going to postpone the morning one to the evening. Because they're two different kinds of videos, and one is meant to be done in the morning and the other one is meant to be done in the evening anyway. And so if you are tying your exercise, your plan, whatever it is that you are looking to do, if you are tying it to one in the morning and one in the evening, I actually think it's easier to build up the habit and to build up momentum than just doing it once a day. So that's why I say that 2 is easier than 1. And that's what the message is of today's shorter podcast. Once again, thanks for listening or watching. This podcast is now available on YouTube and on Spotify as a video, in a video format, but you can just listen to the audio if that works for you as well. I'm Anthony English, and we'll see you next time.